Hey everybody, this is your week 3 midweek update. I am recording this for you after I got finished with everybody's quiz grades and everybody's reflection journals from week 2. I have a lot of you students, there's one of me and a lot of you, so it takes me a while each week to get to every single class, and so all of you should have all of your grades posted. From last week's submissions and some of you from this week's submissions. Some of you worked ahead. Thank you for doing that. I got some of those reflection journals and quizzes for next week or due on Sunday night of week 3. Those are already done and graded too if you submitted one. So here's a pattern that I've noticed about reflection journals. Some of you are getting too specific with the topics that you're writing about. The reflection journal should be a very general overview of what we covered during that week. You should focus on the lectures as your main guide for what topics to discuss. And you don't have to talk about all of the topics, but the purpose of the reflection journal assignment is for you to review the topics that we have covered that week so that you can do really well on your quiz that goes along with those topics, and so that you can quickly find the information that you need to cite in your unit assessments that come at the end of each unit. And so that's another part of what this announcement is about. We are coming to the end next week, week 4. We'll open up the content for the end of what in my mind is our first unit. And so each of you are going to get an announcement from me, a written announcement, and then also another video announcement like this to describe to you and explain what the unit assessment requirement is for your particular class. Okay, and I'm being really general because if you're in my cultural geography class, I'm talking to you. If you're in my physical geography class, this is for you also. Social problems is kind of like a sociology 2 class. Some of you are in my social problems class. I'm talking to you. And then everybody who is in the intro to sociology classes with me, I'm talking to you also. That's who this video pertains to. Every single one of you, all the classes, y'all are going to have a unit assessment open by the end of this week, early next week, with some explanations about what to do. And you have to cite your notes and the textbook chapters and sections that go along with those topics that we've covered. There will be some outside research that you have to do. Some of the unit assessments ask you to use AI. Some of them ask you to analyze a particular thing, like physical geography, for instance. I'm going to ask you, it's a video game analysis that we're going to do to see about how GPS and GIS maybe applies to some of the video games that you play. And if you don't play video games, I've got an old-fashioned one, Oregon Trail, that we're going to look at and use. And so some of you are going to be asked to evaluate outside things, specific outside things, and some of you are going to ask to write AI prompts and analyze what AI produces for you and that kind of thing. So please make note that everybody's unit assignment is different, but what I'm interested in is how do you take the material that we've covered and how do you make it your own and show me the growth that you've had of how you can think and apply the information that we've learned to either real life scenarios or current events or checking AI to see if it's hallucinating and that kind of thing. So hopefully you're going to have a good time, a fun time with your unit assessment, but the purpose is to see what you know, to see what you have mastered and see how you can apply. It's not just whether you understand it or whether you can repeat it, or look it up in a book and answer a multiple choice question. This is about doing something, applying your knowledge, evaluating things, and that's where it gets fun, if you ask me, because you get to, show off your brain a little bit, work out that muscle like you do when you go to the gym or something, that kind of thing, or when you practice the guitar or whatever. You got to practice with this brain too. Okay, so that's what's coming up. Let me see. Also, I wanted to say a little bit about midterm grade averages. Now, we're not anywhere close to midterm yet, but you got to talk about it now because I need you to be submitting some stuff for me so that I have grades to average for you for midterm, okay? So let me just really quickly say a lot of you are doing great with keeping up with your reflection journal assignment. I really think that you are going to be super happy with yourself when you do the reflection journals early in the semester because you only have to do 10 successfully. And that means that, like, way before Thanksgiving, some of you have the potential to be finished with this assignment and not have to do it anymore. Wouldn't that be nice? And so, if you have not begun your reflection journal assignment yet, please focus, please set a short term goal for yourself for this week, week 3, and do a reflection journal over this week's topics. You won't be sorry, and you still have time if you don't know how to do a reflection journal or if you're unsure. Just submit what you think is correct, and I will give you extensive feedback on whether it was or not. Pardon me. If you follow the instructions that are in the Start Here folder in Blackboard in our course content, if you follow those guidelines, there's like 1 through 8, 1 through 10, something like that. Just read those guidelines, and if you do that, you're going to get 10 out of 10, even if your information is incorrect. I read the information that you include, and if there's anything incorrect in my feedback, I can redirect your thinking. I can redirect you to review something or to consider, a different aspect that maybe you omitted or something like that. That's what the feedback is for. And so please, please, please always read the feedback from me when I include it in the assignment. I don't always include it in quizzes, but I do include it in reflection journals weekly. And I do them one by one. I'm the one grading those. So those are my words and my message to you. So please make sure that you read them. Whether you got credit for the reflection journal or not, you've got some individualized feedback from me for you to read. So please do that. Please set that goal to do your reflection journal, your first one maybe, for week 3. Okay, you won't be sorry. It's going to just help you keep track of what we're covering and, keep it organized in your mind. Keep your pulse going in class. Let me see. There was one more thing. Oh yeah, the grades that you get on quizzes and reflection journals, those are going to be included. Some of those are going to be included in your midterm grade average that comes in week 7 is when I look at everything that you've turned in. And so you need to accumulate some of those grades. You need to have some of those grades on the grade book for yourself in order to have a decent midterm average. And so next week when I give you a video update, I'm going to talk more about which particular grades I'm going to use in the midterm average. We're only in week 3 right now, so we've got 4 weeks, including this one. We've got like 4 weeks worth of work that you can accumulate in order to include that in your midterm average. So please set those goals and prioritize your time to include reading the announcements in class, watching the video lectures, taking notes on the video lectures, and doing those small points, low stakes assignments in the weekly folders so that you can get those easy points, 10 points at a time, and do better on those unit assessments too. Okay, so I guess that's all I have for now, and text me if you have any questions. See you later.